Hey, what's going on, guys? Vega here from SerpentX Special Forces. In this video, I want to talk about staking your Tezos, or what they call baking. And there's a number of different resources out there, guides and how-tos on, staking or baking your Tezos. But I just want to talk about staking in general because of something I experienced yesterday, which we'll get into more detail. First off, there's a number of avenues in which you can stake your Tezos, particularly. One of them that I'm using is Ledger, but there are 4 other ways. Now, Coinbase is an exchange, and again, when you're holding your funds on an exchange, not your keys, not your coins, there's a chance that you could lose that. But they do offer the rewards to be paid out to its Coinbase users. So does Binance, and then we also have Atomic Wallet. Now, everything in this video is going to be down in the description below if you want to check that out. But if we look at Tezos.fish, we could see the top validators out there, the top bakers. And Coinbase Custody is one of them. Binance, Kraken, Everstake, a bunch of foundations. And then you start getting into the mix of various bakers that are out there. One of the bakers that I was with is XTZ Master. But for some reason, I'm not sure why, but when I went to my Ledger yesterday, and at time of filming, it would be April 21st, April 22nd, all of a sudden it said under delegation earn, as if I wasn't already staking my Tezos. It was very weird to me. I'm not sure what metric has changed, but I know there are some out there, like there's a minimum and so on and so forth. But for some reason, even though I didn't choose to undelegate my Tezos from XTZ Master, it was stopped, and I don't know why. If I would have left Ledger alone, would it have stayed delegated to XTZ Master? If I didn't log in and check, I'm not sure. But it's very strange, and that's one of the reasons why I want to make this video. Is I wanted to make sure that you guys are aware. You should be keeping an eye on the coins that you have, especially if you're staking them, not just hodling and letting it sit expecting it to continue to earn interest. You just want to maintain it. You can connect your smartphone to the Ledger Live app and be able to see everything right there if that's more convenient for you. But yeah, it was very strange, which prompted this whole thing. Now, Baking Bad, a website which I'll have linked down in the description, is something I like to use, and I look at what are the top bakers and what's going on. A new feature that I haven't seen, at least at the beginning of Tezos, and may have been out for quite some time, is marking what is insured. And you can see here the top 3 are insured. At least Tezgate is about 88%. What this means is Baker is partially insured by Baking Bad. It means that you will return part of your lost rewards if the baker stops paying. And the ones that have the full check mark means that you will never lose your rewards in case the baker stops paying or something like that. You can see everything else though in the list is not insured, and XTZ Master is one of those. Now, something I learned is these rates, I already knew the rates in which the reward rates or the ROI changes, but what I didn't know is the minimum in which you can get in. There's also how much space is left for people to join in on a particular baking. Let's just call it a pool for right now. And so, for example, the first one has about 4,000. The second one has about 13,000. Tezgate has about 575,000. And you can see the ones that are over delegated, minus 2K, minus 48K, so on and so forth. So to find that right mix, what I would suggest is you want to look for a good ROI, a low fee. You may be able to go with the one that's 2%, but you can see that it's over delegated, and it does have a high ROI. But you got to find that right balance, right? You want to make sure that it has good or precise payouts. The payouts period are stable. How's its rating? These exclamation marks you kind of want to be cautious of. Doesn't mean they're bad or anything like that, but you just want to pay attention to all of these things. Also, some of these bakers have multi-asset pools, and some of these bakers are only for Tezos. And what I mean by multi-asset pool is they may have another pool set up for Algorand or Cosmos or whatever other staking currency they have out there. So if you use this website, you can kind of identify what is a good one to go with. Now, XTZ Master was a good one. I just don't know why all of a sudden it stopped being my baker. I'll have to do some research and I'll try to find out. If I find out something, I'll put it down in the comments or description below. but there was nothing specific. I just learned though that make sure you meet the baker's minimum requirements. First of all, you should check and filter out all the bakers whose requirements you do not meet. Otherwise, you won't be receiving staking rewards. Tezos bakers cannot technically control the number of accepting delegations or their amounts. Any amount in Tezos with any balance can be delegated to any registered baker. Often this leads to over-delegation, which is definitely not a good thing. So bakers apply strict conditions trying to control delegation's flow. I am not sure if that requirement changed, and that's why I got kicked off of XTZ Master. Maybe they didn't even kick me off. Maybe something I don't know if Ledger did something. If the XTZ, I'm not sure. But it's always smart to keep an eye on those things. If I had let that go for days and days and days, then I'd be missing out on the rewards that I could be making. And you could see here every few days I was making 0.2. That's not a lot of Tezos, but it's still something rather than nothing. And I'll have links because the Baking Bad website, not only has this neat little chart and metrics, which I believe a couple others do too, but they also have a little guide, how to choose the best baker or how to choose the baker. I can't tell you what the best one is. You just need to make sure that you meet the requirements and that they fit your criteria, which is, what's the ROI? Do they have low fees? Are they stable? Are they consistent with their payments? Those are questions you really want to ask. Just to wrap up this video, I want you to take a look here at tzkt.io, which is kind of the network explorer, so to speak, or blockchain explorer. And you can see the number of new delegators that have left, right? So here's 191 that left, 58 that left, so on and so forth, and then some new ones that have come in. So it's not that I didn't meet a minimum requirement because I was the 58, and then here's 2 new people that joined with 9 and 30. So it's not a requirement or something. Something else must have happened, and I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I'll hit the guys up and see why all of a sudden Ledger decided to stop delegating, even though I chose not to do anything. So I moved over to 0xB1 plus minus, and you can see here there's a transaction 58. Moved on over, and there's a lot of new delegators that came in, and then 1 or 2 that has left. So with baking, you need to pay attention to your delegators and make sure you're keeping an eye on your assets. Don't just leave it and expect it to continue to earn interest. Now, granted, users who may not be as interested in this may just leave it on an exchange like Coinbase or Binance and continue to earn ROI, but the percentages may be lower compared to what you could earn if you delegated it yourself through Atomic Wallet or Ledger or through additional means. I just wanted to share this information with you so that way you can make the best decision for yourself. Besides that, guys, do me a favor, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about Tezos, about staking or baking your Tezos, as well as any additional information that you can provide to the community down in the comments below. But on the way out, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe for more content like this, and I appreciate you stopping by. You guys take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.